Todd never complains, right? Right. That's why we always give him a couple of minutes to complain about something.
You're quasi-evil. You're semi-evil. You're the margarine of evil. You're the Diet Coke of evil. Just 1 calorie, not evil enough.
Hey, look, he can't always be happy. It's time for Todd's Daily Complaint.
I realize that in this country, nothing is bigger than the Super Bowl as far as sporting events go.
You would be correct.
But I get so offended at the view of people that the only things that matter are what happened in this country. It's 2015. We have social media. We have thousands of channels on our television screens to watch different events. It shouldn't surprise me, but it did bother me that on Monday I heard on this station with our local guys, on this station with the national guys, on ESPN, on the Today Show on Monday morning, or maybe Tuesday morning, whenever. But all of them said some variation of this. The Super Bowl, the most watched sporting event in the world this year, had 118 million viewers or whatever it had.
Isn't it the most watched sporting event ever?
In the United States it is. Quit saying it's the most watched sporting event in the world.
Okay.
Because you know what? It's not even close. 118 Americans watched it this year. An estimated 150 million people watched it around the world. That means basically outside of America, nobody gives a rat's ass about the Super Bowl. Meanwhile, the FIFA World Cup final this year, 715 million viewers worldwide.
Wow.
It's not even close. The UEFA Champions League final in 2014, it hasn't happened yet for this year, but last year's had over 170 million worldwide viewers. The Winter Olympics opening ceremony had 140 million. Right there with the Super Bowl, that's the Winter Olympics. The Summer Olympics opening ceremonies have even more viewers. So let's stop calling this the most watched sporting event in the history of the world, because it's not even the most watched sporting event in the history of the last year.
In the world.
In the world. Greatest country in the world. Well, you ever been to any other ones? Well, no, but we're the greatest country in the world. Stop it, people! It's 2015. Is this a great country? Yes. Is it the best in the world? Hell if I know. I haven't been to England. Haven't been to Italy.
Well, you act like there's better. For somebody who's never been to England or anywhere else, you sure act like they're better. Anti-American.
Stop it. Nobody outside of this country cares about the Super Bowl. So to say it's the most watched sporting event in the world, well, it's just plain wrong.
Well,
Stop doing. Stop it.
And they are. Look, this is a. It's incorrect in the way that which they're doing it. I will grant you, it's incorrect in the way they're saying it. But is there a more watched sporting event by any one country than the Super Bowl in the world?
By percentage or by total of people watching it?
Either or.
Well, not by percentage. The World Cup final in Germany this year had an 86.3 share.
Did it really?
Yes.
And what it have in...
which was 42 million viewers in a country that...
What did it have in the U.S.?
In the USA, 6.8 million viewers. Oh, no, that was the semifinal.
I was going to say, that can't
That was the semifinal. Right. I can find the number. I don't have it right now.
Well, you need to look up the same number, too.
Listen
you need
to
look
this.
Up share.
This is the share that I've found. Okay. 85 was the share in Belgium.
By the way, for people who don't know share is of all TVs turned on.
The percentage that are tuned in.
The percentage that we're watching.
What was the share for the Super Bowl?
Rating, by the way, is just a percentage, period. Not of the TVs turned on, But a rating is the percentage of households, period.
Right.
Whether the TV's on or off. Go ahead.
What was the share for the Super Bowl?
I cannot remember. I think
it was like around 49.
40,
wasn't
I think
it?
right at 50, 49.8.
Okay. Germany had an 86.3 for the World Cup
rating
final.
or share?
Share.
Okay, that's not the same thing.
That's what I'm asking.
49,
what was the share for the Super Bowl?
I don't know it, but the rating was 49.8, which means the share is far above that. The share is far above that. The share is always higher than the rating.
Right. See if you can find that while I'm reading these.
All
These are shares for the World Cup. Germany, 86.3. Belgium, 85. The Netherlands, 89.3. France, 72.1. Sweden, 73.8. I just have a number of people in the UK, 21 million tuned in for the World Cup final. 63% share in Poland. 75 in Portugal. 48 in Hungary. Austria had 55. Ireland, 55. Italy, 81. Romania, 43. Argentina, 63.
72 share for the Super Bowl in the United States. 72. Where did that rank with the World Cup? So basically, you could say then for the U.S., if I could put a little bow on this, that the Super Bowl is the highest rated event for one country that airs on an annual basis, at least an annual basis.
Annual basis, yes.
I mean, you got to go World Cup. That's all that stands in your way.
My whole point, though, is let's stop saying it's the most watched event in the history of the world because it's not even close.
All right, I want to
not even the most watched sporting event. It's not even the most watched in the last year.